Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve Brown back in the building. Want to hit y'all with another video. Guys, I want to talk about today a phrase that's been kicked around a lot. I'm sure you've heard it. You've been in these self-development circles and home-based business and that type of thing. You've heard this phrase before, and that's your why, right? I'm sure you've heard that. What's your why? Well, I do want to talk about that, and it is important, okay? So, what's your why? Well, I mean, your why needs to be that motivating factor, the thing that pushes you and drives you to continue on and to push forward through all the difficulties, through all the unexpected hardships or obstacles, challenges that you may be having and facing in your business. Okay? Your why needs to be big. It needs to be bigger than you. All right? Don't be afraid for it to be huge. It really needs to be a big thing. All right? So big, in fact, that so big and so meaningful that you really can't say no to it. Right? In other words, let's say if you had a small why, which is, well, I want a new car, something like that. Okay, so you work hard and you get your new car. Okay, so what, you gonna get another car? I mean, you can only drive one at a time. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it needs to be a big thing, okay? Bigger than you can see yourself doing right at the moment. That's the point, okay? And so meaningful to you that, you know, you can't say no to it, right? Now, for those of you, let's say with children, you don't want to tell your kids no, right? That's a big why, right? Versus, say, the car. I mean, we can always let ourselves down. We always do that, right? We do it all the time. But you can't look in your kid's face and say, well, hey, sorry, kid, I just didn't try hard enough, deal with it. It's not going to work, all right? So you want your why to be big. And if that's your kids or your family, good, you're on the right road. I would encourage you to make it even bigger than that, okay? A bigger why than that, all right? I mean, don't be afraid for it to be outrageous, all right? A huge why. Let me give you an example, okay? Now, me, myself, I'm like everyone else, of course. Everyone wants nice things, all right? But what is my why? My why is I want to be able to help people, right? And specifically, I want to be able to help young people, young musicians. My big why is to be able to underwrite a youth symphony, all right? 120 pieces minimum, at least 120 pieces, a full orchestra, all right? Be able to write one check and underwrites that operation for the entire year. There's an organization here in Los Angeles that I've had my eye on, that I really want to help these kids. They're fantastic, all right? And I want to be able to do that. And to be able to underwrite a 120-piece orchestra with one check, that's gonna make you gotta have some serious money to do that. So, that's my big why. All right. And that means a lot to me because music has done so much for me in my life. Uh, I mean, it's the gift that keeps on giving. It really is. So I want young people to be able to experience that, and for that to be something that's in place for those young people that want to experience and want to put that time and effort into becoming a musician and be in an environment where they can get nurtured. And I want to be a part of that. I want to have something to do with that. So that's my big why. Now, whatever your big why is, like I said, just make sure that it's huge. Family's good. You know, charities are great. Outreach programs. Maybe you want to sponsor a village somewhere. Water wells or something like that. Or maybe something closer to home. Maybe a big charity, a church, or a building fund for a church or a charity. Something like that. Okay, something huge and that means something to you, where you really, it's just not going to be acceptable to tell those folks, you know what, I wasn't able to come through. Okay? I hope that's making sense, you guys. Remember, the more you help people get what you want comes automatically. That's the idea here, okay? The idea is service, to be in service of others to get what you want, okay? It's pretty much how the universe is ordered. All right, guys. So again, think about your big why, what you're passionate about, what something that means something to you, and that's huge. It's bigger than you can imagine at this present moment. Okay, and jot it down. Set a goal. Make a dream board or something like that. All these things. Keep something around your work area that has that goal in mind. Maybe a picture, a screensaver, something, but keep that goal in mind so that you can always be working toward it and always have it as a reminder when you're working and you're getting frustrated or, feel that you're tired and, hey, I don't want to do any more of this. You have that as a constant reminder to keep you going. All right, guys? So that's it. Just wanted to talk about what's your why. Think about it. Come up with it. Keep it close to you. Keep it in your work area. And go out there and make it happen. And of course, to handle the business, one of the best ways to get that why started, to get going toward that why and fulfilling that why, click the big yellow button at the bottom of this video. Get started with us here in Empower Network. Now, by now it's just $25 to get started, so I don't know what you're waiting on. Let's do this. Click the big button, get started. Let's start working on your why together and get it popping and make it happen. All right, guys, so thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you guys again. This is Steve Brown. I'll be talking to you again soon. Peace.